Hey everybody, I am TheTerrificTracy, and I am a very sleepy sheep, and tonight I am going to present a very dumb chicken game. Now, gotta start up the game to see the first cutscene, so that's why I'm here, not already in the action, so let's get into it so I can explain things and so we can see all the goofiness. That's not a cutscene. That's not a cutscene. This is.
I'm Chicken Little.
And I'm Henny Penny.
Once again presenting the controversial video received earlier today.
From a mysterious dimension parallel to the Earth, greetings to all round, fuzzy, squishy things. I am Cucules, leader of the Bouillon. We are speaking to you now to issue an ultimatum. Free the cubes. Free the cubes, or taste our vengeance. You have 24 hours.
We received this tape 23 hours and 15 minutes ago. What does it mean? Our expert joins us. Dr. Carl Cockerell, expert in crowd control and alien invasions.
Carl Cockerell, the Bouillon. Should we be afraid?
We should always be afraid, Henny, whether a threat is real or not. If any stranger enters your area, remember to pluck hysterically, flap your wings, and run around in circles. We're chickens. That's what we do.
Thank you, Carl Cockerell. For News Center 12, I'm Henny Penny reminding you, if you want bread, you've got to help bake it.
And I'm Chicken Little. The sky is falling.
Alright, so yeah, that is, oh wait, I forgot, it's not even over.
You know the old saying, the cat's away, the mice play. But what chickens do when the farmer goes to town? Well, they have themselves a party.
Wait a minute. Let's not scram.
Alright, there we go. I really enjoy the motion blur on that scene. First thing I'm gonna do though, actually, before I start, I'm just gonna personally turn off the music, because this game, like, actually, unironically has some jams. And I'm also gonna turn off, vibration, if I can do that. Okay, there we go. Alright, and now, time is gonna start when I hit new game here. So, 3, 2, 1, go. So, nice. Actually, I'm just going to restart this. There we go. Okay, good. So yeah, Mort the Chicken. Boy, I don't even know. What do I start? So this game, I think it was made in, or it was released in the year 2000. I don't know if it was actually made in the year 2000, because it does not look as though it was, let me tell you.
Silence! I bring you horrible news. Silence! Through the miracle of fuzzy video, we, that is I, Cucules, your leader, have learned that a number of our brethren are kept as slaves by the formless squishy things who live in the universe parallel to our own. They took our cubes. Silence! In retaliation, we took a number of the small squishy things, which we will keep until the cubes are released. Silence! These squishy things have sent a ruthless commando, known as Mort the Chicken, to rescue these small squishy things which we have captured. And he has met with some success. Therefore I, Cucules, implore you, find this Mort the Chicken. Bounce on him. Run over him. Roll over him. Smash him. Spin on him. Damage him. Jump on him. Smash him. Smash Mort the Chicken. Mort the Chicken must fly. Silence! I, Cubicles, have spoken.
Damage him is my favorite out of that bunch. But yeah, so the game will gradually explain everything through the cutscenes for the most part. Not all of them are very handy. So, anyway, I'll just talk about how the game feels and how things work. And this game feels very, very slippery, really awkward. There's a large number of jank things that occur in this game. So
I'm Chicken Little.
And I'm Henny Penny.
Panic and pandemonium struck a sleepy farm today as odd cube-like creatures snatched up baby chicks seemingly at random. Henny?
The number of chickens missing is still unknown. Our inability to count has hindered the effort. Chicken?
It all took place here, during the live taping of the popular Mort the Chicken television program. Mort and the wacky gang were apparently in the middle of a good old-fashioned hoedown when disaster struck.
Mort the Chicken himself, in an act of bravery or stupidity, leaped down the well after the chicks.
Why these cubes took the chicks remains a mystery. And there's an even bigger mystery. Henny?
TV's Mort the Chicken. Why would the star of a children's television show leap down a well?
Very unchicken-like.
What got into him? Is he insane?
Is he a hero or in cahoots with these cubes? Joining us for this discussion is Dr. Carl Cockerell, expert in television personality analysis and appropriate barnyard behavior. Dr. Cockerell, Mort the Chicken, help, hindrance, menace, hero?
Whatever else he is, Mort is a chicken. As a chicken, he is genetically hardwired for panic. By not panicking, he's betrayed his chicken nature and, by extension, us. If he's part of the problem, in other words, he's the problem, and if he's trying to solve the problem, well, he's still a problem.
So if he's helping, he's a problem, and if he's a problem, he's a problem.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dr. Cockerell.
My pleasure.
Until our next update, I'm Henny Penny. Don't count those chickens until they're hatched.
And I'm Chicken Little. Never cross the road unless you know why.
alright, so actually this is going to be a really good level to talk about things, actually, because I think this is one of the hardest levels in the game, just simply because of how difficult things control. That this should be like a very easy thing to do in like most other games, but it feels like a very monumental task to handle in Mort the Chicken. And even though I did it just fine, which I'm actually really happy about, like that looked really easy and it should be easy, but no, it's way more difficult than it looks. Because I'm just trying to stop accurately.
Flap and peck and flap.
Okay, yeah, that cutscene is nothing. There's a lot of gag cutscenes that just aren't contributing at all. But yeah, gosh. I don't know if that's a laser beam or if the graphics are just like warped crazily there. I really don't understand what's happening. But something that happens a lot in this game is near the edges of platforms, your jump can get eaten. And it can happen a lot in this level, especially in those sections, which is really annoying, but luckily it didn't. Also, there's two attacks in this game. There's the pecking or whatever, and then there's the head whip. And the head whip is really good to use if you're in the air because the peck becomes a drill attack.
I'm Chicken Little.
And I'm Henny Penny.
The Cube kidnap crisis continues. Joining us live at the barnyard is correspondent Charles Chicken. Charles?
This is Charles Chicken reporting live. I don't like being here. I'm frightened.
Don't worry, that's normal. What's the situation there?
One brave barnyard fowl is going to follow in Mort the Chicken's footsteps.
Don't make me. I don't want to go.
Chicken Cammed exclusive live coverage of the dangerous alternate dimension where our chicks are being held captive.
No, please. No.
Come on, Mort the Chicken did it.
He's insane. No!
Better him than me. Can I go home now?
Thank you, Charles Chicken. Stay tuned for more live coverage of the ongoing crisis. Until next time, remember, if you're going to flock together, make sure your feathers are similar.
And if you have eggs, always put them in more than one basket. That's a rule of thumb.
What's a thumb?
I don't know.
But yeah, something else I could also explain is the the hitbox of the different items in this game, including chickens, they all vary greatly, and sadly, it's nowhere near what you'd want. So, coins are really bad. Coins... Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I got up there. I'll explain that in a moment. Coins, the more you have, the level at the end, when it's like scoring things, it'll throw out a whole ton of them, and that loses a lot of time. So I try to collect like 0 coins if possible, but sometimes even if you get 1 or none, the game just glitches and gives you a ton anyway. So that's like amazing. So if that happens, I'll point it out. Coins have a very large hitbox, which is annoying. Meanwhile, chickens have a much smaller hitbox. Okay. Also, this is one of the only 2 levels where I use the analog stick. I'm like one of the only runners who mostly plays on the D-pad. I don't know why. I just feel like this game doesn't make enough sense. Oh, nice. It doesn't make enough sense with the way everything controls to just use the stick. Like, it doesn't feel comfortable to me. But I use it here in another level where it just works out when exiting the well. Oh, nice. Chickens have a much smaller hitbox though, and then items that you want to grab have like the smallest, which is really annoying.
The greatest collection of dance hits ever made. You get Funky Chicken by the Chickadelics, Shake Your Tail Feather by Cogburn and the Coops, Got to Get My Talons on You by the artist formerly known as Rooster, Baby 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 by Baby Chick, Oh Baby Baby by Chick Baby, Baby Baby Oh Baby by Baby Baby, I Wear Funny Hats by Weird Al
And then
Yankovic,
something I didn't explain is that when you get into the well, there's a bit of a science behind that. Oh, also, ice levels are my least favorite, especially this one, maybe. There's a really weird thing that happens, or like if I jump into the corner of an edge or whatever, I just shoot straight up for like no reason, so that's cool. But nothing else is really cool about the ice levels because everything that sucks already about the controls is made way worse when everything is slippery. But getting into the well is like funny because if you just stand next to it, it slowly pulls you in. So you kind of want to like either wait on top of it.
I'm Chicken Little.
And I'm Henny Penny.
What's it all about? Why are they taking our chicks? Are they as afraid of us as we are of them? Why is the portal to their world at the bottom of a well? Let's get some answers from our resident expert, author of Your Inner Egg, Who Needs to Fly, and The Coop of Tomorrow, Dr. Carl Cockerell.
Carl Cockerell, these cubes, our chicks, explanation?
Kenny, it could be just as simple and harmless as it seems. These cubes have always been down there, shy but curious. When they heard our youngsters laughing and having a good time, maybe they just came up to see what the fuss was about.
So why did they kidnap the chicks?
Well, maybe they haven't been kidnapped. Maybe they're just having a sleepover. Maybe they made a play date.
But what if this well has somehow become a gateway to another dimension, a dimension composed entirely of cubes?
That's ridiculous, Henny. If you're going to indulge in random speculation, which is my job, by the way, you might as well say that we're all just images on a screen being manipulated by large featherless bipeds in some kind of video game. How do you like that?
Huh? Thank you, Carl Cockerell.
Now
So
back to your
getting
regular
into the well
programming.
is funny because you can either just wait on it or you can jump into it with timing, and either way it goes, I don't really know if it makes a terribly big difference. Sometimes you just kind of lose time anyway. Okay, nice. This is the other level where I also used stick to start, because doing this angle was like impossible on the D-pad. I don't know why. Okay, good. There's a cube that waits. Oh, nice. I just ran into that, even though I was hitting my attack, but whatever. Nice. There's a cube that waits right outside that like doorway, but if you approach it correctly, it despawns. Nice. Okay. You can sometimes grab that chick without actually touching the star, and what all stars are is they're just a set of 10 coins, which is pretty bad, because again, the more you have, the worse your loads can get. or rather, it just wants to randomly throw in extra time. But yeah. And it's really, really, really hard to die in this game. Like, you'd have to intentionally get beat up by the enemies. And you literally can't fall off the levels, because it always blows you straight up. Like, there's wind that just comes in, like it's Spiral or something. So the best penalty they could give is that if you get hit, one of your chicks gets encased in a cube, and then you have to free them. And then sometimes, in some situations, the game like doesn't handle that properly. So instead of actually encasing the chick that was like next to you, the chick gets separated and then encased somewhere else, which is really weird. And then you can't like get them back. But the only thing that really happens, did I miss that chick? Yes, I did. Nice. I've never had these enemies directly in my way. Ice is not fun. Anyway, if you lose track of the chick, then it just puts them back wherever they were, whichever one it was.
I'm Chicken Little.
And I'm Henny Penny.
Today, more baby chicks erupted from the well thanks to Mort the Chicken. Hero, TV star, and dear friend.
You and Mort go quite a ways back, don't you, Chicken?
Oh yes, Henny. Gosh, you know it feels like yesterday when we first met. Here at the scene of NASA Propulsion Laboratory, where the ever-so-publicized rocket sled is about to be tested. Joining me live is the test pilot. They call him Mortimer Chicken. Even though you're terrified, Mortimer, you're a better chicken than me. You wouldn't catch me in a rocket sled going 500 miles an hour. Where do you get the guts? Okay, here we go. They're strapping him in. There seems to be a little resistance. Okay, a lot of resistance. Mortimer is strapped in, and we're ready to go. I can see the engineers running around. They're almost ready. And there's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, blast off! And there it goes, over 500 miles per hour with the world's bravest chicken at the helm. The force is incredible. Let me tell you, most chickens would be stone cold dead after a ride like that. What a ride. Baby Mort felt so lucky to be alive that nothing scares him anymore. He'll probably be dead soon, but until then, we'll admire him.
I think Mort's adorable. I'm Henny Penny.
And I'm Chicken Little.
Also,
now back to the game.
Okay, if you play
Already
this
in
casually,
progress.
it's not that big a deal, because, you don't have any urgency, but for, like, in a speedrun setting, all of the precision that you'd want, the controls do not lend well to that at all. Like, it's bearable casually. Like, it's fine enough. A lot of the issues don't matter that much. If you want, like, a very goofy game that'll make you laugh, like, sure, play this. Also, I just remembered now, I forgot to mention the deal with using that attack in the air. If you're not going to make it over a ledge, you can press square and it'll, like, pick you up over it.
Be on the lookout for this duck.
Also, speaking
He's
of that
presumed
attack,
armed.
this
winged
level
and
is
very
the
dangerous.
worst one in the game, hands down, because it is built around using it as a mechanic for breaking these glass cubes, but that often doesn't work properly, like, ever. So if you want to go for a somewhat serious time in this level is just going to eat a lot of your runs. It is very annoying. Like, that happens where I guess I was too close to the top of it as I jumped on to do this, and that just instead pushed me straight off, or whatever. It's weird. But actually, these are breaking a lot better and not being actually awful aside from that one. So yeah, okay, that was actually not terrible. It's not great, but still okay. The only other thing that really sucks about that level is if you get too close to the wall, then you kind of get stuck to it because wind starts blowing you up for no reason.
So, Doctor,
Nice.
what part of the chicken does the nugget come from,
Okay.
exactly?
I'm trying to remember what else have I gone over and what haven't I gone over yet. Despite the cutscenes extending the length of the game, it is just about over, sadly. One of my favorite things is all of the loading screens that mimic art. And then this level is kind of annoying, but not really. It's not really that bad. But often, at the end, you get a lot of coins, sometimes inconsistently, but usually consistent, because, see, no matter what, whenever you get chicks and finish the level, all the chicks get turned into coins, pretty much. So, since this level has 32 chicks, which took 3 trips to get, there's all these, and I'm gonna have to get them no matter what. So we're gonna see what happens when you have a ton of coins. It's gonna take a while. I think coins might start shooting out. Yeah, they're gonna start shooting out. And then when you have a whole lot, these eggs start coming in, and I don't have any idea what these eggs mean. But sometimes in a different level where you only grab 1 coin or no coin, like, it just randomly gives you that. Like, it's the worst thing ever. Like, it's just completely stupid, and it absolutely ruins runs, so that's fun. Okay, good. An item didn't spawn in, which is great, because now I can show that if you just turn the camera, you can make it spawn in. At least sometimes. There's 1 egg that's also in this level that does not spawn, like, no matter how hard I try, if it didn't load. Which is that one. But yeah, so... So far, so good. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm amazed I didn't fall off. Okay, good. I also love that a lot. If cubes are anywhere near you as you jump into the well at the end, they just blow up. Alright, this is the last main level. After this, there are 2 boss fights, which I know that sounds absolutely extreme. Like, how is a game like this gonna have a boss fight? Like, what? But yeah, no, it does. It has 2. And they are about as jank as you could expect. Oh, alright. Nice. I've never had the camera just flip right there, like, instantly. Like, that was really cool. Like, I'm not surprised, but it's just never done it. Like, it just absolutely betrayed me last second. It said, I'm gonna turn around as you jump this way. So that's cool. Also, I may or may not still be missing a chick. Oh yeah, I also forgot. I really love the little hats that the chicks get in these ice levels. That's really cute. So this fight is really, really dumb. The intentional way you're supposed to do this is really jank, and then the way I'm gonna cheese them here is also really jank, and honestly I'm surprised it's going so well, because there's like never any guarantee that that's actually going to hurt them. Like, it just randomly does not. Like, I don't know if it's actually luck, but that was actually like really good regardless. So that was fuck, man, and now here's a cute face. It was just dumb because these die are dumb. Time is going to be coming up soonish, but also there are a few cutscenes afterwards, so I guess I'll show those as well. But time is going to be after I hit X here, which is now.
I'm Parallelogram, and this is the news. Our long nightmare is finally over. At this hour, the war between the cubes and the soft, squishy things has ended in peace. And it turns out it was all based on a simple misunderstanding. We thought the soft, squishy things, which we now know are called chickens, had kidnapped cubes from our world. But we've now learned that these cubes are not cubes at all. Well, they are cubes, but they're not cubes, if you know what I mean. They're food for a larger, squishy thing with split hooves called a cow. I don't pretend to understand it. All I know is The danger is over. Here to explain it is our leader, Cubicles.
Silence! Oh, okay, you weren't talking. It is I, Cubicles. We have engaged in a great war with the soft, squishy things we know as chickens. I believed that these chickens had imprisoned certain of our kind. This was my bad. Funny story, these were not real living cubes, but stacks of food that looked like cubes. Like tofu or marshmallows. They are called hay bales or haystacks. They are inanimate, not alive at all. They are eaten by cows, a larger, soft, squishy thing. So, I almost got us all killed for nothing. Joke's on us. Sorry about that. But all's well that ends well. Can I still be your leader? Silence? Well, okay then.
Also,
but
this
we could
is
have been in
technically
danger
a
if we had
cutscene,
been in
isn't it?
danger.
I'd count it as
Oh,
one.
never mind. I am so out of here.
So, dumb
Is Mort
song
the
that you only
Chicken
get
any
here,
less a
which I actually
chicken
like
for
quite a
being
bit.
a hero? Maybe it's okay to be brave.
Also, that's weird. I think some of these levels are drastically altered, actually. Like, some of these don't actually appear in the game at all, because I've never seen a level with 36 chicks in it. Like, what is this one? But yeah, that's really funny. But yeah, Blockman is dumb. You're supposed to run away from him, and then, like, smack the cubes back at him that way when they bounce off the front of the screen, but that doesn't work right, because they end up running into the cubes that he then starts throwing. That's really, really annoying. And then the only other thing I want to add on about this game is that, like, I am almost entirely convinced that whoever made this, they made all of these cutscenes first, because they wanted to just make something really goofy and dumb, and then the idea of actually making a game around it, like, came second, because I swear, like, it just feels that way. It feels like the cutscenes were the most prioritized. Aside from the music is not. But yeah, like, the game came last, but at least it runs well enough. It doesn't crash and be crazy. There is a soft lock that can happen, but it only, like, very rarely happens. It's also on Blockman, where sometimes you kill him and then, like, the well doesn't show up, which is great. And yeah, there's, like, a few cheats that, like, change the appearance of Mort and stuff. As well as there's also items that make your neck long as well. I don't know what, like, half the items do, honestly. The magnet is called a chick magnet,
Perhaps
and then
even
there's
saved
a
the
item
whole
that gives
world.
your chicks, like, homing abilities, which is terrible because they'll shoot at every enemy and it lags like crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of Mort the Chicken here. I hope everybody enjoyed that exciting tale. And thanks a lot for having me. It was really fun getting to share this.